Hello guys, and welcome. So I'll share my screen in a bit. I'm trying to get post process. Okay, great. I would like to confirm you guys can hear me.
Yes, sir. I can hear you very clearly.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so going back to what we're doing, we are now at this point. Let's make this text white. So to do that, because I'm using Tailwind, why I said it's very super easy on Tailwind is I just need to go and even search my theme there. So I know that it's actually on a link. What I can do is I need to go and look for where there's text. This is actually text, and I can see it's more like a dark something. So text, then I'll change it to look for the MD part, this one. But I want it as white, so I can just Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, wherever they are. I take them out. Then let me see. So this is actually now on white. This is on white. For the other ones, I need to put them to on white. So that what I'll just do is search for the next one. This is actually it. So this gray, now 100. I remove this. I do Ctrl D to trace them out. Ctrl D makes me highlight something at the same time. One same thing at the same time. I can do, as you can see, there's dot here, there's dot here, there's dot here. So I'm selecting element at the same time. That's what Ctrl D allows me to do. So text, I need to trace where the text this thing is. Text, okay, there is still a dark text blue. So let me trace it out. I'll remove the things I don't want. So I need to text. Let me add this text white on them. The text white. So now it's on white, which is what we want because I added text white. How easy it is with Tailwind, instead of you going to go and do your type writing a lot of these things, text white will just give you. To change the over effect is also very easy. You already have over here. You have over here. Then you also want to do over, it's actually over text. So mid over, so I said that's on midstream over text. That's what this actually means. So I can actually just, same thing. If I don't want it, I can do Ctrl D to change it. But for now, let's leave it alone so that we can actually have time to do other things. Then next thing I would also want to do, going back to my design, next thing I would also want to do is, next, do this with creatives. Then to do this is actually also super easy. One, like I said, the major reason why we created components is so that we break our things down in layout. So I can just do home components. Inside the home component, I want to put section 1.jx, which is the first. The next, the normal thing, RFCE, which is the short code. Why is it not working? Okay, RFC or RFCE still does the same thing. Then it brings me to my section 1. Then I need to also call this section 1 in where it's supposed to be, which is actually inside this home. For me to do that, all I need to do is just call section 1, then close. Now, everything, what I have in this section 1 is just section 1. Coming back here, I'll see section 1, which simply means now I can start designing this my section 1 because I've been able to import it inside the home. Then because of the routing, I've also been able to send it inside the index to say replace whatever is on home. If I want to do another section, it's very easy. All I just need to do is call this. I can call this again. Call this. So you see, I have section 1, section 1, section 1, section 1, section 1, section 1. So if I have other sections, I can easily add it here, which simply goes a lesser code. The reason why I use component is just to have lesser code instead of you having 1,000 codes. Then when you now want to read it, it's giving you issues. I can see some comments on this and I'm having trouble with router. It's about error and the listen. I would like just send me a DM. I would maybe probably schedule a call kind of with you to see the issue you're actually experiencing with that. So going further, what I would want to do next is just to do this, my banner. This is my box, next this thing, this one. So we are creative is the first thing, which I know is actually inside and inside a inside let's say H2 tag. We are creatives. We are creative. So let's see if that's going to change our text. So now we need to make it to me in the center and also still add more things to it. One thing is very simple is that it gives all this flexibility. We don't need to go and start doing a lot of things. I could equally do text dash white font, which is like text dash. If I do this white, let me leave it at black so that we can see. And let me just remove it so that we can see what is there. Text, I can do, there is, because when in documentation, you understand more on it. Text X3X, so that's like 3 like large on its own. You can see how big it is now. I can also still increase it by putting 4. It's now bigger, but I would stop it at 3. Then I also noticed that the font that we're actually using, yeah, it's different from what is here. So an easy way to actually do that is I have a style guide that I downloaded from what they gave us. They gave us a style guide. So there's a style guide. And in that style guide, this is actually because I downloaded this thing from W3 school. Sorry, from frontendmentor.io. Apologies for that. Frontendmentor.io. What have I downloaded it from? So I would just go and try to get this would one they actually use. So I can equally just click this out. To check so that I can download this exact font. Then also told me I can use it. The 2 fonts they gave me, embed. These are the 2 fonts they give to me. So I can just copy this. Easy way. I've told you before that index.html takes up all these kind of links. That's where you put it. So put it at the other part. Any link that is like that, that's how it takes it. Then font family is this one I'm using. So I can easily copy this also. Let me save this. Go back to my what is it called? Section 1. I can equally create another because I need the CSS for this. So I can say section .css so that all my CSS will go there. And I also have a lot of pages. So I can do this. Then go back to section 1. I need to give this in a class. So let's say creatives. Creatives. Then I copy this. Then I do dot creatives. Copy this that is here. Place it here. Then I also need to import that CSS, but I've not imported it. If I don't import it, I won't be able to use it on this page. So import / sections .css. Then I would save this, then also come back here and save this. Now let's see. I should have this font to have changed. You can see now I have the correct font family. But one other thing, I could see that here there's a background image of this. So for me to do that, they also gave me the background image. From images, I can see that what they gave me is under desktop. This is it. But first, you need to create all your assets folder. Create an assets folder where all your images and some things that you don't need, some ReactJs and maybe font when you need to import fonts will be. So I'll create an assets folder. An asset folder. Then I'll also create an image folder in it. Then what I'll just do is because I'll need all these images, so let me just drag everything at once instead of doing them one by one. So I'll drag everything and position them inside the images. I'm not sure they're inside the images. They're not inside the images yet. So copy, paste. Okay, I think they're inside the images already. Okay, it's actually inside the image folder. So now the one I want to use is the, what is it called here? Header, image header, which is this. Now, for me to be able to do this, I need to first of all copy the name so that I'll be able to remember. Then I know that it's also inside this my section. To place it here, I need to target this parent div. Then I can give it a class of section 1. Section 1. I save it. Then in my index.js, I come back here, then I say .section 1. I open this, then I do background URL. Then I do this dot so that I trace where it is. Dot slash. It's under my asset. It's under images, then I know is this. Save. Come back here. I'll notice something at the back of this, although it's not still visible there. So it's still at the back. So what I need to do now is I can actually add an height to it. Height of let's say 400 pixel. Then I also need to, after adding the height, you see how long, but that image stuff is not still showing. To do that, I need to do a background size cover. That's say take up the distance, give me the normal thing. This is it. Then I see that okay, I still need to increase this one. Maybe 600. So it's okay, 500 actually. 500. So this is good. Then what I would want to do next is now to place my stuff at this side, at the center. For me to do that is one of the easiest things to do. What you can just do, either you do text align center, which brings it down to the center here. Or like I said, this thing is actually very, very, very it's good. Tailwind. So I can easily do what's it called the text dash center here, which will still give me the same stuff. Is at the center already. I've removed the other one. So that's why Tailwind is very simple and it's sweet to use. Then one other thing I would want to do is I would want to put this text to be white. So text dash white. And this should actually change it to white. Instead of me going and do font color white, I can do all my styling here. And I would even have less things in my CSS. And I can even still override it on medium screen. So let me show you something. If I do md dash text dash gray dash 500, Let's see what happens. It's there. This should actually is to change the color. Am I calling this MD correctly? Let me just check it. Sorry. Okay, yes, it is. There's verify for grade. But I'll come back to this part on how to when I start the responsiveness. I'll change this also. So let's do it so that we don't waste a lot of time because of my percentage. So what thing I would also want to add is this icon. There's an icon that is there. So I'll go back to my images. Then I would also look for this icon arrow. I'll place it down here. Let me pick it up. I'll place it down here, which is this. So I'll just copy this. Copy them. Okay, copy this. But now, for me to do this in my what is it called? In this folder, all I need to do first is I need to do one CSS one import. You need to import your images. I can say arrow. Then from where am I getting the arrow from? Dot slash assets slash okay components actually slash no wait to get the part, yeah, assets slash images slash arrow down. So this is it. So I can easily come back to my images here and just do image img img this should actually auto suggest for me now. img src alt. So in SRC, what I'll just do here, instead of SRC this thing, I'll call the arrow. And why is it actually called? It's just call it bracket, and it's almost looking like you are using a state kind of function. So you're calling it here. So if I save this and I go back, I should actually get this here. But I need to move it to the center also. So I can either do class. So let me try this text center. Let me see if this would actually move it to the center. No. So all I need to do is first, or instead of me even using text center here, let me just target this arrow stuff. So I can do flex, align items, dash center, justify, dash center, flex, let's see, this should actually change something. So it's like this. So I need to actually make this thing. It's actually on row now. So I need to make it on column. So I think let me check Tailwind flex property to make it that direction. Tailwind flex direction. Flex direction. I think it's direction column. So flex, yeah, flex code. So I can easily add this here. That should affect my stuff. So this is it. Now, one other thing I need to actually do again is I need, even though this is like this, it's not still giving what I want it to give. So I can equally, let me just remove this align item center. That item center to remove. So let it go up. Oh, let me push it back. Instead, I'll just adjust this one. So I'll give this text, this creatives, padding bottom. PB of 20. Let me just check. Let me cross check Tailwind padding. I know P, there's PX, there's PY, that's actually up and down, but let me check the bottom very well. Yeah, padding bottom is PB. So let me check the one I need to use. PB28. Let me inspect. That padding bottom is not showing here. Not showing here. So what I'll just do, instead of me going to and stop myself over here, I'll just pick this padding bottom that's supposed to be here. I'll add it to the creatives. So save under creatives. I'll say padding bottom of, let's say, 80 pixel. Great. So let's check this out. Go back. Then now I think I need to increase this my text so that it's actually okay. Just so it's like this. So I can equally put under this font, I can just do 4. So let's see. Okay, 4 actually works. So let's put 5. Let's see. Okay, 5 is great. 5 is great. Then I think this one needs to move back up. So let's just play around something. Come back to CSS. Here, instead of cover, let's just contain, but repeat. You tell it, don't repeat. So I think what is still needed is the auto or fill. Or it's still the cover. So I think the cover is what will still be needed. Highest thing, what we do now is, okay, this is actually full, so it's actually still longer than what we use there. 600. Yeah, I think this is better. So we've been able to achieve to get this our first one like this. Although there's actually still more space in here. So one other way to actually do that is you trying to like remove this your aligner, because now it's aligned item to the center, which I know that's what was designed. So let's just check. So that we don't just follow somebody's own. Okay, it's more up. It's more up. So I can equally just inspect this. Inspect this. Then remove justify content center. Then after removing justify content center, I'll target this my creatives. I'll give it a padding top of, let's say, padding top of 100. Okay, so now let me just give this one to a padding bottom of 100 so that it's more okay. Now this is better. So now let's move to the next page. Now we've been able to create this page. If I are to move to the next page, which is this one of the first things we need to do, while Tailwind is very, very sweet, I'll show you again. I wrote a lesser code with this, lesser code, very lesser code. That's just 2 lines. Then my CSS is still neat. I have 12 CSS to achieve this thing that on a normal day, I would have used a lot of CSS to change this, put these other ones, put this also. So on the next one, let's create another section, same section 2. 2.jx. As normal, RFCE. Let me do RFC. What I've been using. Then in the home, this thing I can equally call section 2. Save. And let's see. Under here, you see section 2. You can see the section 2 here. Now, what do we need first? We can see that this stuff is actually in 2. One property that is very good that this thing has also taught us is what they call grid. Tailwind has a property of grid that is very, very awesome. And I'll show you why I said it is awesome. So we'll create for this and we'll create for this. And I think, let me see, sorry. Oh, let's see how we can create for this. So I do section 2. Then what I need now is first, I need to go to my class because I'm trying to declare that I'm creating a grid. I'm very sure we're familiar with grid. We've used grid before. Grid, you need to declare it first, just the way you normally declare on your normal thing. Then yeah, one good thing is you can do grid dash calls dash column 1. Then if you want to put gap, you put, there's also the way you actually put that spacing, but this one gap is very easy. So I'd say 3. Now let me show you what this actually does. Let me just create 2 divs. I'll create 2 divs. I'll name this one 1. I'll do the other one. I'll name this one 2. Why I said this stuff is very sweet. Now let me change this code graph to actually 2 so that it's not just 1. So that you can see what I mean. You can see I have 1 here and I have 2 here. Automatically it has divided it for me. But if I want to use this now, I'd have to start doing display flex, or if I'm doing grid, I'll write a lot of plenty things. Equally, if I need to make it responsive, it's very easy for me to do. The default one will be 1. Then I can do MD, which is the media query, what I was trying to show you the other time. MD grid dash calls dash, then how many number? Let's say 2. Now let me show you what happens here. Let me inspect and reduce my screen. Now you can see 1, 2 is no more side by side. Before, it was actually, when I go to this part, when I get to a part, it becomes 1, 2. But on this, it becomes side by side. And this has handled my responsiveness for me. Instead of me going to go and start doing those media query, put those media query and say flex direction column. But with this, it's as easy as me just saying grid code, then on medium screen, do this for me. If it's on large screen, I can even still increase it and say large screen. Let me just copy this because of time. On large screen, I say give me 5 or 4. Then let me go and copy this again and just replicate. So 1, 1, 2, 2. So you see, when now it's showing me 1, 1, 1, 1. Then when I increase, it becomes 1, 2, 1, 2. Then when I increase to a bigger this thing, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me close this out. Let me just cancel. So you can see it becomes 1, 2, 1, 2. You can see how easy it is to use grid. Grid is very super easy to use, and also majorly when you're using it with a CSS library. So for what we want to create, let me just remove this. We just need 2. We need 2, so I can just return this one back to 2. And say the first thing we need to do is, for this, we need a text. Let me see what is actually being used. Okay, this is the franchise also. So we need a text first. So I will do an H2 tag, H2, then I'll copy this, paste, then the next one I would also copy this, and then do P. Yes, falsat.
Yes, please, what's the name of that? Is it extension that is telling you this thing that they are using?
Okay, I'm using, what is it called? It's called font picker. It's an extension, Chrome extension. So it allows me to easily know what font they use, the color they use, and also have color picker that shows me the color, how to pick color, select colors from a website. It's a great tool to use if you're a front-end person. So let's see what we have here. After adding this, I'm so annoyed that my system is dying so soon. So let's do the class. Let's start this. As normal, when you have this your class, the first thing that you can do is text dash. Okay, I think I can even use this my creatives for it. So I can just go and do text. Let me just do creatives. Let's see. I expect this to actually change. Oh, that's the margin and padding. So you can use creatives. So let's just do brand. But because of the font size, so but let's do text. Let's put it at 3XL. That's 3 large screen. This is this. Then we also do under this brand, we call that our what is it called? This thing here. So we do control.v, then we copy this stuff right there. Then we paste it. Now we've gotten this part, which is actually a little of this. So let's do the other one. I'll still increase this. The other one is actually also the same thing, but it's 16 pixels. So we come back to this. You can still give this also brand, class of brand. Class of brand because of this that I want to use. But now the text will be different. Oh God. Why now? XM. That's like small screen. XM. And you can see it's actually small. Now to place this in the center, all I need to do is I can from here, I can do class. This rain actually is affecting a lot of things here. Class, then I can do width of, let's say, 11/12, which is like taking the full screen. 12 is actually a full screen. But now saying 11, you're actually dividing it to say, oh, don't give me the full screen. Give me part of the screen. So I'm doing this. I also need to put margin MX auto. That's like margin left and right auto. Like I said, it's actually very good if you could go through the documentation of what is it called? Of our that's Tailwind. Documentation of Tailwind. It will be very, very nice. And it makes things easier when you want to learn. So with -11 MX auto. Yeah. Okay, so now let me continue to style this. Let me just place this in the center. And also let me add an image. Let me add an image to this one first. Class. So I'll just come back to my section.css. Then I would say .v images. Then I would also want to call that image background image. So let me just copy what I have here. But I'll change the last part. And say slash, what's it called? It's called transform. Contracts. So this should actually come out here, which is there already. But now it has a width, it has an height. So to do that, what we just need to do is to do minimum height. Minimum height of, let's say, 400 pixel so that this thing can actually show us in kind of full. Yes, great. We add this, which is very, very awesome. Now, to place this at the bottom side, all you need to do is go back to your section where you have your normal div. Yeah. Do your, yeah. So you can either use your width. First, let's talk about challenge this, our width that is actually doing a lot of things. So let me just give this a class to say maybe transform under here dot control V. So let me check the width first. Width of, so this is actually what I need. So width of, let's say 80%, 80 or 70 actually. 70. 70%. Imagine also if I just copy this and I place here. Oh, what happened? I copy this. Uh, then I do Control X. Coming back here, I have this already. Then I just need to like literally style it more. Then let me just increase this. What is it called? So I'll increase it. Let's give it a 5. Good. We've had this, but the weight is actually not still at it. This thing usually have its own weight. How you can actually place weight. So let's just check it. Font weight. So it has font bold. So we have to use this font bold. Font bold. And let's check back to see. Yeah, so great. We've had this, but now we need little spacing between this and this. And one of the best ways to actually do that, I can do PB of, let's say, 1. Let's see. Any effects of 5. No serious effect. I don't know why the PB is not working. That's padding bottom. But so it has not to wait a lot of time. So let's just go and put it on this brand. To say under brand, we give it a padding bottom of 10 pixel. Great. Or 15. Great. So we've been able to achieve this, our first design. And also, if I scroll, let me do this. You will see that it's responsive to a good extent. You can see it automatically brings it down, which is what, when you go to the mobile, happens. What's the design? When you go to the mobile, you can see. But this one's actually at the top. So it's actually doing, for that, what you can do is, at this part that is actually column, what is it called? Made code to, you could do to make it this way, to make it reverse. So it's actually doing co-reverse. So it's easy way to actually do that to navigate things. I don't think my step will take me. Probably might have to end this class at this point. And this could have actually been a very good class. We're just 3 minutes away from the normal closing time. But let me take a few questions. Does anyone have any question? Hello?
Me, from my end, I don't have any for now.
Okay. What about others? One thing I would also do is, from where we stopped, I would record a video to send to the group so that you could actually watch till the end, because I want us to actually build something with React also ourselves, like an assignment. I don't know if that has been given already.
No.
Okay, so that's the purpose of me trying to for us to make this class happen. Okay, guys. But in a little way.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Sir, please, how can we get the recorded video, the recorded live Zoom chat now?
It should be sent.
Okay, to the group.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sorry, on that, please, it will be advisable if they can be sending the video as soon as possible, because it's better if we can watch before the video before we have another class. That will not pile up our distance. So that's the issue I've been having with Zoom, except for the class that Toby had. Was it Abdul that had with us on Wednesday? That was the one that they were able to send on YouTube. So other video, they've not sent it, and it's kind of making the work complex for me. I don't know.
Oh, sorry about that. That feedback will be taken on. Would actually get a way to actually fix that. So another question. Another question. Okay, I understand the codes, but you got lost about routing. Kenny, if you can send me a DM on Slack, I would be very available to assist you. Another question. None. Samuel, Olautis, Nan. Okay, guys. Okay, Otis. Oh, did I say something?
So I do not have questions right now.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining this class. Like I said, I'll record the remaining part of this class and send so that we could actually have an assignment on how to build a simple landing page, because that's what you actually are going to be using in React, because that's React itself. And I would also want you to, you may not use Tailwind, use whatever you like, but it would be nice if you could use Tailwind, because I've shown you how flexible Tailwind could be, from responsiveness to handling other things for you. And you could also see it in Magic also, how easy it is to use Tailwind. And you can see the site is actually coming out kind of, let me say, well. It's coming out very well. So maybe the spacing here. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining to this class. And this is where we'll actually cut the curtain of the class. And I would like to say bye, guys.
Thank you, Toby. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Bye.